Hi, welcome back to my channel. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me today. So I hope you are all doing well. It's been a few days since I've popped on and delivered a message. So I've been called to pop on today. Got a couple of red die. We're gonna throw the dice. We're gonna pull some runes. And we're gonna get a message from the angels and ancestors today. Find out what's going on. Well, I've already just received clarification that that's the deck I'm going to use. It'll be interesting to see what card comes out actually, because I just saw a big white feather. So your angels and ancestors and your guardians, your loved ones are safe, and you are safe, and you are protected. So you're not alone today. Interesting. Okay, let's throw some dice. Let's see what numbers we get. Oh, well, we didn't see those, so let's do it again. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get some numbers for the collective. Well, we've got a 1, and let me just move that. So we've got a 4 and a 1. Well, there's that number 4 again. 4s, what about stability, loyalty, standing strong, a number of union, There's our number 1. At one with yourself today, are you? Absolutely. 1s are all about new beginnings, life. Your life is important. Your life is very important today. Perhaps that's what your angels actually want you to know today. Today you're concentrating and focusing on your stability, on that which you love. You're focusing very much on your higher self. What's for your best? Finding oneness for yourself, feeling harmony for yourself again, finding that love within, understanding yourself more deeply. Is your loyalty to yourself growing? Are you deepening the connection with yourself and feeling stronger for it? Okay, well, let's pull some runes. Let's go and do a womble reading, shall we? Have you ever heard of my womble reading? Okay, it always reminds me of the wombles. We're going to pull a rune for what's going on under the surface. What's going on underground that you can't see? Underground. So what's going on underground? What's going on overground? What's going on the surface and on the top that you don't see? Okay. And also, what's coming your way? So, do you remember that you're a womble? Remember what a womble you are. Okay, we're going to get 3 runes then. Thank you, Spirit. Ready? I'm gazing out the window looking at the beautiful blue sky. You noticing the silver linings today? Well, that's beautiful. That is harmonious. Okay, so what's under the ground? Under the ground, over the ground, and coming your way. So we have our runes. So underground, overground, and coming your way. Well, let's take a look. Is it up? Is it down? Let's find out. Okay, so our first rune. Let's find it. Let's find our first rune. Okay, bear with me. Very new to these runes. Is it that rune? Is it another rune? Am I blind to the runes? No, I'm not. Okay, so that's our second one. Let's find our third one. There's our third one. So our first one must be this one, although it looks more like an N rather than an H. Whoa, let's find out. From what I can see, do you know what? Actually, I have another book. That's, oh my gosh, I'm going to cause carnage. We're causing carnage under the ground, and you cannot see the carnage that's going on. It's hidden under the surface. Okay, let's find our runes. I'm sure there's a section in this book regarding runes. Okay, let's find it. You thought I'd be more prepared. Well, absolutely. Currently looking through a book of spells. I've not done any of these. I purely picked up the book because there's a section in here regarding the runes. There we are. Page 253. That's where we begin today. So, here we are, the runes. So let's see if we can find a clearer message. It is this one. We found it. Very interesting. The symbols kind of slightly differ, but the meaning is absolutely the same. So underground, wow, underground, absolutely. This card, can you believe it, actually means destructive forces of nature, elemental and hail. I found that quite interesting because as I was channeling there and suggested that perhaps there is a lot of carnage going on under the ground that you can't see right now. There's a lot of destruction going on that you can't see right now. So the message on this rune is change, freedom, invention and caution are attributes of this rune. To pull it indicates the existence of an urgent need in your psyche to free itself from from the confines of identification with material reality, and to experience the world of archetypal, thank you, thinking. The rune of elementary destruction and of things that are completely outside your control. Hagalaz is only upright, not vice versa, and yet it always works through the reverse. If you pull this rune, you can expect resolution because it is the big awakening. The more serious the damage is in your life, the more important and contemporary are the requirements for your growth. Wow. Well, it sounds like a very important message. And in the book, it says its significance in magic means for projects or situations that demand sudden, unexpected changes. So what you don't see, what's under the surface, is a lot of carnage, a lot of destruction, a lot of despair. It's like karmic lessons. It's like karma's come in to bring about this change. Because your soul requires it in order to further your growth, in order for your soul to grow. To ascend further. Interesting. So there's lots bubbling beneath the surface that you may not be aware of at this time. On the surface. So what's on the ground? So we've had underground, now we've got overground. What's going on the surface for you? So we have tire or tires. Interesting. Okay, let's find this message in the book also. Okay, so this rune symbolizes warrior energy and the god Tu. Here is the rune of the spiritual warrior. His fight is always the limiting ego. His will is strengthened by the act, but the warrior outcome. And he always knows that he cannot do anything but hinder himself, because the will of heaven will prevail. These are his marks. So on the surface, you are this warrior. You are a spiritual warrior. Absolutely. So this rune also contains the energy of the distinction. Patience is the virtue of this rune. You are asked to look inwardly, to dive down to the foundation of your life. If you dedicate your question to a certain case, an idea, a certain way, the warrior rune recommends perseverance, even if sometimes endurance is required in the form of patience. What are your priorities? How do you use your energy? This rune stands for courage and devotion. Wow, marvelous. So the message in this book also says, for winning where competition is fierce. And it also means star. So, on the surface, you are a star. You are a spiritual warrior. You are fierce. You stand up for truth. You fight the limiting ego, because you have a higher purpose and you recognize that higher purpose within you. You have the will of heaven. You have the love of heaven. You have the support of your angels, remember. And you are willed by heaven and by your angels to persevere, to have patience with yourself, with your path, with your journey, with how things unfold. Giving you that courage and devotion to continue to be loyal to yourself and your journey. Wonderful. So what's coming your way? Well, what's coming your way is algaes. This stands for protection. Sedge and rushes, a moose. Okay. And in the book, it stands for It's significant in magic. Oh, hang on. Its significance in magic means for friendship and protection. So what's coming your way? Friendship and protection. You are protected. Protected by the angels. Protected by the will of heaven. Wow. Because you are a spiritual warrior. With this card, with this rune, I'm being told about the card, defend to the end the worthwhile, which is the Sacred Rebels guidance message, a Sacred Rebels oracle. So maybe I'll pull a Sacred Rebels oracle after this, and it will be very interesting to see if we see that card today. Because you do defend to the end the worthwhile. What is worthwhile to you? Is love, virtue, truth, in honoring the heart and soul, in honoring the self, the higher self within you. And so you are protected on this path. So what's coming in for you? What's coming towards you? What's coming your way? Let's read the message. This is about the control of emotions during transition periods, changing the course of life and accelerated self-change. It is important not to rush into emotions, either positive or negative. Remember that early action and right conduct are the only real protection. No matter whether your business flourishes or fades, don't worry. Maybe you don't win, but you will never lose, because you will always learn from what has happened. Moderation and civility are the strengths of the protective forces at this time. If you continue to choose what's best for yourself, the angels will continue to protect you. Confirmation. Wonderful. So let's pull a Sacred Rebels. Oh, wow. Oh, I had actually picked up another deck, and then for some reason I announced that I was going to pull a Sacred Rebels oracle. So let's pull a Sacred Rebels oracle. Let's do that. Let's do that, shall we? So thank you. With the Sacred Rebels oracle now, message would like to come through. Let's see. Let's see what message does come through for the collective today. Final shuffle. Okay. So we have She Feels, She Knows, card 22. With card 3 at the bottom of the deck, Inspiration. So trust what's coming through to you from deep within. Trust that this inspiration that you can feel, trust it. Trust what you are receiving and being guided to go towards. Trust that. Okay. Put the cards down. That's a drop the mic moment. I'm reading from the bottom of the deck. Let me just show you this. Look at the top of the deck. Yeah, you've witnessed me shuffle them. What card was I talking about? Defend to the end, the worthwhile. So you can't make this up. Look how many cards are in this whole deck. Because what you feel is the truth. You know the truth that you feel within. You're following the guidance, defending to the end, the worthwhile, because you know what is worthwhile. You know what is true. And every time you go towards that and take steps towards that which you know for your highest good is truth, you'll continue to be guided by the angels. I mean, she's protected here with the owl. She's got feathers around her. This woman here, she wears, this figure here, she wears a feather in her hair. A peacock feather, which often represents divine feminine energy. So you know your divinity, you know your worth, you know that you are a divine being, that you have a mission, that you have a soul, purpose and journey to live and to fulfill. And you are guided by the will of heaven to have patience and to persevere and to defend to the end the worthwhile, because you know that which is true. You feel it and you know it. Okay, so that's magic. That is magic at 222. So let's reposition slightly and have a little, there we go. So there's our message from the Sacred Rebels, which I will read very, very shortly. But right now I'm going to pull a Angels and Ancestors message. We're going to get two cards. Two cards from the Angels and Ancestors. And a bottom card. We do that here. Okay. So, what's going on for you, and what's the guidance from the angels and ancestors today, from your angels and ancestors? What do they want you to know? Because they are coming in strong. They are protecting you, these winged beings. Well, here's the divine masculine energy. Here is the high priest. Intend and create. Perhaps that's the truth that you know who your divine masculine is. You know what's within you and within him. Interesting. And then we have the White Witch. This is your guidance. Be the light. You're guided to be the light. Noticing that star earlier. So we had the rune that also meant the star. On the surface, you are this star, this divine being. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Okay. And that's what you're guided to do. Interesting. So, where to begin? Let's begin at the beginning. Let's begin at the beginning. Here's our guidebooks. So the High Priest. Let's read the High Priest. So recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. So in many traditions, the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds and is able not only to divine the future, but to help create it too. He may be a leader in the spiritual tradition or in pagan traditions, be second to the High Priestess. But he is always spiritually connected and disciplined, with a great respect for his creator and his particular practice. In a reading, this card can represent a spiritual figure, leader or teacher in your life, or an aspect of your path that has led you to where you are today. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time are creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand, and then watch it happen right before your eyes. Just as I was saying, the more that you do that which you love and spend time making choices and doing things that are for your highest good, the more time that you are connecting with your higher self and doing things for your highest good, the more your angels are protecting you and supporting you on your journey. And you can watch that happen right before your eyes. The White Witch. Be the light. Take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. The White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she is joined by a horned owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has, but she is also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you are being reminded of the goodness within. You feel it. You know it. No matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you are being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing a drama? You will know the answers. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. Because you are a spiritual warrior. Your mission is to share that shit. They wanted me to say it. They, you, me, we. Okay. Marvelous. Trader. So exchange energy. Don't be afraid to share who you really are, make connections and exchange information, talents or support. The trader brings the lesson and energy of exchange. When he appears, he could represent an opportunity to exchange talents, whatever they may be, in order to expand, or be about the exchange of energies that come from the universe, or both. For example, if you are a creative person or consider yourself creative, when you share your talents, you are giving them. And when you do so, the universe will give you more in order for you to share more. It's a beautiful cycle. The trader also reminds you to be open and honest and act with integrity in your exchanges, because doing something to get something will only lead to challenges. The universe operates under the law of cause and effect and is always looking to return to a natural state of balance. So if you are lacking in the feelings of abundance at this time, you are being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. If you're frustrated because something isn't unfolding in your life, ask yourself, instead of asking yourself what can you get, ask yourself what you can give. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting in order to feel supported. If you've been holding back with your offerings, now is the time to change that. Allow yourself to be open, honest, and vulnerable. This can prepare you to open up to even greater opportunities in the coming days, weeks, and months. So she feels, she knows. An illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but as more of a softer, gentle knowing. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. This insight will assist you, and you are asked to honour it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now, or has just recently come. Gently but firmly from the place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. This oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about a long range or long-term developments even. Something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue or moment is of importance, although you only have a dim sense of that possibility at best. The situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will see why things are happening as they are, and how you are being helped onto the next stage of your path, even though it may look like an obstacle right now. You are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. You must simply be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you specific guidance. The situations in your current life are particularly geared towards a more significant manifestation that is coming to you, according to your life path and purpose. This is a stage of preparation and of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered as your creative journey unfolds and your life path becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away, remain patient, but most of all be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you. For it is the light that is within you, simply revealed more fully. And all that is happening now is happening to that end. So defend to the end the worthwhile. Beneath the illusions, pretty as they may seem, you know what is real. Beneath the lies, sweet though they may sound, you know what is worthwhile. All that is genuinely and truly essential for the heart to throb with life is worthwhile. Anything that dulls it or suffocates its vibrant aliveness must be questioned, challenged, and more than likely cast aside, for the heart is our key to living an authentic life. What is there once that is compromised? Without its foundation of truth, we are to be forever lost in confusion, doubt, and despair. You are a sacred warrior, a defender of the heart. You have cried genuine tears of your own grief, and also the grief of the world. You have raged at injustice and oppression in your life and in the world. You have felt the need to protect the presence of love, for whilst it is exceptionally powerful, it can too easily be smothered under lies and fear. The sacred warrior must not heed the dangerous voices that say, "Oh, stop being so sensitive, stop making such a big deal out of things." Love is the biggest deal there is. What else is worth being so sensitive about? The sacred warrior is vigilant that the presence of love is not chipped away by fear, criticism, doubt, or untruths, even if others find the unflinching honesty of your feelings difficult to handle, even if those feelings are expressed with gentleness and compassion. The sacred warrior honours the task of being more faithful to love than to anything else. This includes the fear of loss. Actually, it includes the fear of anything at all. This oracle brings guidance to honour even the smallest steps in your path of the sacred warrior. They are no less important than the more noticeable or dramatic actions on the path. One single misstep can begin a landslide of great devastation. Being vigilant with what is meaningful and what is truthful, even in the smallest and seemingly most insignificant ways, strengthens the sacred warrior and prevents darkness from gaining a stronghold from the inside. That darkness will be intelligent and sneaky. It will tell you that it doesn't matter, that this one time you can forget what you promised, that you are just one person, and that you can't make a difference anyway. That darkness will lure you into sleepy ambivalence and dull your light, if you allow it to. The sacred warrior within will fight with love and honour to be true to what has meaning and never, ever allow it to be cast aside, even if it seems easier in the moment. The sacred warrior finds joy and humour in life to prevent the seriousness of the task from stifling the heart that just wants to live and be free. That joy brings strength to the warrior and an expanded, relaxed awareness that can sense the presence of fear, whether it is masked as anger, hate, or doubt, and immediately respond to it with fierce compassion. The sacred warrior will not allow fear to gain a stronghold within the heart. This oracle has special guidance for you. You are being asked to stay strong and stand your ground. This might be in a big emotional journey that feels like the fight of your life. It may be in a matter that does not seem to hold much importance. Perhaps, for example, you are contemplating an idea that you feel could be something, but those around you declare it is nothing much, too impractical, too little, or too much. However, what is happening, or soon will be happening, is worthwhile. So hold tight. Ask for help through the healing process below. Stay true to the sacred warrior of love that you are and defend to the end all that is worthwhile. This oracle card gains even more significant for you if you have already drawn the oracle of new birth guarded vigilantly in your reading. If you feel it intuitively guided to read the message for that card, then do so after you complete the healing process below. Well, what are you inspired to do right now? We're going to read inspiration, and then we're going to end our reading with the healing process for defend to the end the worthwhile. What are you inspired to do? An idea has captured your attention, or will do so very soon. It may be a grand vision or the vague sense of something that could be. You are being encouraged to accept the vision, the idea, or the inspiration as it is important to your creative and spiritual growth. Also, it is possible. The bee is bringing you healing wisdom, healing medicine wisdom from nature to aid the message of inspiration. The bee is a powerful spirit totem. Bees are able to fly with wings that are significantly small in proportion with their heavier bodies. They can do so because of the sheer speed with which their wings move. Your idea, even if it seems like a big, substantial plan that might be difficult to get off the ground and up and running, can succeed. You will attract great helpers to you, and the earth will support the success of this project, idea, or vision, because it is about helping the greater good as well as your own growth and development. When the Earth Mother lends you nature wisdom to support your healing and growth, you know you have an exceptionally powerful ally to your cause. Let this bring you confidence. Allow inspiration to fill you with enthusiasm, an expectation of magic and marvelous synchronicity as people, situations, and opportunities fall into place to bring your inspiration into reality. This idea has the potential to flower into so much more than you realise. It has great potential. It can become something that feeds and nourishes others on their creative and personal healing paths too. It has the quality of a mission and is so much more than one singular idea. When an inspiration comes from the greater creative intelligence of the universe, even when it makes itself known as an idea coming through a human source, all that is needed to bring it into being will be available at the right time. For the human channel of the idea, it is just a matter of being open, receptive, trusting, and enthusiastic about what has come through. Everything required for each step will be naturally attracted to support the success of the project according to divine timing. This oracle also comes with the message that you are a vehicle for inspiration. You are meant to think and do things differently. You are meant to remember that you're a womble. You are capable of receiving fresh ideas that are not so out there or different that they stop being practical, helpful, and wonderful. You are being asked to avoid the trap of doubting your ideas are special or interesting enough. Your inspiration comes direct, from the universal creative source, and you are being asked to believe and recognize the signature of great intelligence within your inspirational ideas and creative urges, and to act accordingly. To sum up, this card indicates that sweet success, like abundant honey, is coming your way through your commitment to and development of an idea that you have already had or will soon receive. See it through to the end. Believe. Believe. So let's end today's reading with this healing process if you would like to take part. So let's find our healing process. Thank you. So if you'd like to take part, so put your hand on your heart and say, I call upon the sacred warriors of unconditional love. I ask for your support, protection and assistance and intervention on my behalf through unconditional love. That what is truly worthwhile for the light and life of the heart be protected and preserved within me and in the world for the greater good. Through my own free will, so be it. Repeat up to 3 times if you wish. This can be said once or twice daily during times when you feel that you are fighting to be heard, much like that dog outside, fighting to salvage your creative ideas from the critical voices of others, or fighting for your right to simply be yourself and live your truth in the world. You can also use it for any other purpose that feels worthwhile to your heart. These declarations have power. Use that power freely and with great joy. So let's repeat this statement 2 more times, and then I shall wish you farewell for today. So again, place your hand on your heart and say, I call upon the sacred warriors of unconditional love. I ask for your support, protection, assistance, and intervention on my behalf through unconditional love. That what is truly worthwhile for the light and life of the heart be protected and preserved within me and in the world for the greater good. Through my own free will, so be it. I call upon the sacred warriors of unconditional love. I ask for your support, protection, assistance, and intervention on my behalf through unconditional love. That what is truly worthwhile for the light and life of the heart be protected and preserved within me and in the world for the greater good. Through my own free will, so be it. And that was today's reading. So much love, everybody. Take care. And I shall see you again really soon. Bye for now.